Sarasota, Florida, is a picturesque city known for its beautiful beaches, vibrant arts scene, and a sense of peaceful community living. This serene backdrop sets the stage for a stark contrast on February 1st, 2004, a day that would forever alter the fabric of this tranquil community. On this seemingly ordinary Sunday, the unimaginable happened, thrusting Sarasota into the national spotlight for a reason no city ever wishes to be known for: the abduction of an 11-year-old girl named Carlie Brucia. Her disappearance was not just a tragic event. It was a stark reminder that tragedy can strike anywhere, at any time, shattering the peace of even the most idyllic settings. This day marked a before and after for Sarasota, highlighting the fragility of safety and community in the face of unforeseen danger. Carlie Brucia was much more than a name in a headline. She was an 11-year-old girl full of life, dreams, and potential. Growing up in Sarasota, Florida, Carlie had an infectious energy and curiosity about the world around her. Like many children her age, she had hobbies that reflected her vibrant personality and interests, whether it was drawing, exploring the outdoors, or spending time with her friends and family. Carlie was known for her bright smile and kind heart, traits that made her loved by those who knew her. Her family, a central part of her world, provided a loving and supportive backdrop for her aspirations and growth. They cherished Carlie, celebrating her achievements and encouraging her dreams, no matter how big or small. This young girl, with her whole life ahead of her, represented the hopes and joys of childhood. The story of Carlie Brucia is not just a narrative of a tragic event, but a reminder of the preciousness of life and the impact one individual can have on their community and beyond. Her fate compelled a community and a nation to come together, highlighting the universal desire to protect and cherish our children. February 1st, 2004, began like any other Sunday in Sarasota, Florida. The sun shone brightly, casting a warm, inviting glow over the city. A perfect day for families to enjoy the outdoors, for children to play, and for communities to come together in the relaxed atmosphere that defined Sarasota. Carlie Brucia woke up to this ordinary day, unaware of how drastically her life was about to change. Carlie had plans, perhaps like many 11-year-olds, to enjoy her day off from school, to meet friends, or to engage in one of her many hobbies. The normalcy of the day was palpable, with people going about their routines, immersed in the comfort and security of their everyday lives. Carlie, too, was enveloped in this sense of routine as she left her friend's house that evening, planning to return home. The community, bustling with the typical activities of a Sunday, did not know that it was on the brink of an event that would shake its very foundations. The shock of Carlie's disappearance would soon ripple through Sarasota, transforming this ordinary day into one marked by an urgent, collective fear and concern. The suddenness with which safety and normalcy were upended highlights the fragile nature of our everyday peace, evoking a deep empathy and a haunting reminder of the unpredictability of life. This day, etched in the memory of the Sarasota community, serves as the backdrop for a story that underscores the importance of cherishing our loved ones and the moments we share with them. The pivotal moment in the search for Carlie Brucia, and indeed a turning point in the case, was captured by a security camera positioned outside a local car wash in Sarasota. The footage, recorded on the evening of February 1st, 2004, is haunting in its clarity and implications. It showed Carlie being approached by a man, later identified as Joseph P. Smith, as she was taking a shortcut on her way home. The video chillingly captured the interaction and subsequent moment when Carlie was led away, a sequence of events that lasted only a few minutes, but would have an immeasurable impact on the community and the nation. The release of this security footage marked a significant moment in the investigation and the media coverage of Carlie's disappearance. Broadcasted widely across local and national news networks, the video not only galvanized the Sarasota community, but also captured the attention of people across the country. It served a dual purpose. As a critical piece of evidence in identifying and apprehending the suspect, and as a rallying point for the public's involvement in the search for Carlie. The footage, with its direct and powerful visual evidence, underscored the urgency of the situation. It transformed Carlie's abduction from a local news story to a national tragedy, illustrating the stark reality of child abduction and the importance of community vigilance. The widespread media attention also highlighted the role of technology and surveillance in modern law enforcement, showcasing how such tools can be pivotal in solving cases. As the investigation unfolded, the security footage remained a crucial piece of evidence, used extensively in the trial of Joseph P. Smith. It not only helped to secure his conviction, but also sparked conversations about safety, surveillance, and the measures communities can take to protect their most vulnerable members. The haunting images from the security camera became a lasting reminder of the tragedy that befell Carlie Brucia and a catalyst for change in how society responds to and prevents such heinous acts. In the wake of Carlie Brucia's disappearance, the Sarasota community and people across the nation came together in an extraordinary display of solidarity and action. The immediate response was a widespread mobilization to search for Carlie and support law enforcement in their investigation. Volunteers from Sarasota and neighboring communities organized search parties, combing through local areas, parks, and neighborhoods, clinging to the hope of finding Carlie safe. The media played an instrumental role in amplifying the search efforts, with local news outlets quickly picking up the story and national media following suit. The haunting security footage of Carlie's abduction was broadcast repeatedly, not only serving as a crucial piece of evidence, but also as a call to action for anyone who might have information. Social media platforms, although not as prevalent as they are today, began to buzz with discussions, shares, and posts about Carlie, further widening the reach of the search efforts. Businesses and individuals alike contributed to the cause, whether through the provision of resources for the search teams, financial contributions to reward funds, or simply spreading the word. The collective effort transcended socioeconomic and demographic lines, uniting people under a common cause, the safe return of Carlie Brucia. This rallying of community and national support also highlighted the power of collective action in the face of tragedy. Vigils were held, and community meetings were organized, offering spaces for people to come together, grieve, and offer support to Carlie's family and each other. The outpouring of support and solidarity reflected a shared resolve not only to find Carlie, but also to protect and cherish the community's children. The response to Carlie Brucia's abduction stands as a testament to the impact of community involvement in crisis situations. It underscores the role of media in mobilizing public awareness and action, as well as the enduring strength and compassion of communities in times of need. The investigation into Carlie Brucia's disappearance was a complex and urgent endeavor that showcased the determination and resourcefulness of law enforcement agencies. Central to the investigation was the analysis of the security footage that captured the moment Carlie was led away. This footage became the linchpin in identifying the suspect and piecing together the events leading to Carlie's abduction. Investigators worked tirelessly to enhance the video's quality, enabling them to extract crucial details that could lead to the identification of the suspect. The man seen in the video was eventually identified as Joseph P. Smith, a local mechanic with a history of criminal behavior. This identification was a significant breakthrough, achieved through a combination of technological analysis, tips from the public, and diligent police work. The task of locating Smith and gathering sufficient evidence for his arrest was fraught with challenges. Law enforcement officials conducted extensive background checks, pieced together Smith's movements around the time of Carlie's disappearance, and executed search warrants for his home and places of employment. The cooperation between various agencies, including local police, the FBI, and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, was instrumental in coordinating efforts and sharing information efficiently. As the investigation progressed, law enforcement faced the immense pressure of time. The critical first hours and days after an abduction are often considered the most vital in finding a missing child. This sense of urgency propelled the investigation forward, with officers working around the clock in the hope of finding Carlie alive. The community played a crucial role in the investigation as well. Tips and information poured in from concerned citizens, each lead followed by investigators in the hope it would bring them closer to Carlie. This collective effort underscored the vital partnership between law enforcement and the community in solving crimes. When Joseph P. Smith was arrested and charged with Carlie's abduction and murder, it marked a somber resolution to the intense search efforts. The investigation into Carlie Brucia's case is a testament to the perseverance of law enforcement and the community's resolve to seek justice, despite the heartbreak and challenges encountered along the way. The discovery of Carlie Brucia brought a heartbreaking end to the fervent search that had gripped the Sarasota community and the nation. Found behind a local church, the resolution of Carlie's disappearance shifted the focus to mourning and reflection on the profound loss of a young life full of potential. This moment of discovery was a time of collective mourning, not only for Carlie's family, but for the entire community and beyond. The grief was palpable, transcending beyond her immediate family to touch the hearts of everyone who had followed her story, who had hoped for a different outcome, and who had seen in Carlie the face of their own children, siblings, and friends. The realization that Carlie would not be coming home was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of life and the importance of community vigilance and solidarity. For Carlie's family, the loss was immeasurable. The vibrant 11-year-old girl, with her whole life ahead of her, was suddenly gone, leaving behind dreams unfulfilled and a void that could never be filled. The community rallied around the family, offering support, condolences, and solidarity in their time of unimaginable grief. Vigils were held, and memorials grew, with individuals from all walks of life coming forward to pay their respects and to stand with the family in their darkest hours. The impact of Carlie's loss extended beyond the immediate emotional toll, prompting a deeper reflection within the community and society at large about child safety, the mechanisms in place to protect the vulnerable, and the ways in which communities respond to and recover from such tragedies. The conversations that emerged in the aftermath of Carlie's discovery were a testament to her lasting legacy, inspiring actions and initiatives aimed at preventing similar tragedies in the future. In remembering Carlie, the community sought to honor her memory not with despair, but with a renewed commitment to care for and protect one another, ensuring that her life, though tragically cut short, would continue to inspire positive change and awareness. The story of Carlie Brucia, marked by both tragedy and the outpouring of communal love and support, remains a poignant reminder of the bonds that unite us in the face of loss. The trial of Joseph P. Smith for the abduction and murder of Carlie Brucia was a closely watched and emotionally charged proceeding that captured the attention of Sarasota and the nation. Held in Sarasota County, the trial began with the prosecution presenting a compelling case against Smith, anchored by the haunting security footage that captured the moment Carlie was led away. This footage was pivotal, serving as a key piece of evidence that linked Smith to the crime. In addition to the video, the prosecution presented forensic evidence, including DNA samples that tied Smith to the scene where Carlie's body was found. Testimonies from witnesses who could place Smith in the vicinity of the abduction site at the time of Carlie's disappearance further strengthened the case. The prosecution argued that the combination of video evidence, forensic analysis, and witness testimonies provided an irrefutable link between Smith and the crime, portraying him as a predator who planned and executed the abduction and murder of Carlie Brucia. The defense faced the challenging task of countering the weight of the evidence presented by the prosecution. They questioned the reliability of the forensic evidence and suggested the possibility of other suspects, attempting to cast doubt on the prosecution's narrative. The defense also highlighted Smith's struggle with drug addiction, suggesting that his impaired state at the time of the crime might have affected his actions and decision-making capabilities. Despite the defense's efforts, the jury was convinced by the prosecution's case. Joseph P. Smith was found guilty of the abduction and murder of Carlie Brucia. The conviction was a culmination of the evidence and testimonies presented during the trial, which collectively painted a damning picture of Smith's actions. In the sentencing phase, the gravity of the crime and its impact on the community and Carlie's family were central considerations. The jury recommended, and the judge agreed, that Joseph P. Smith be sentenced to death for his crimes. This decision reflected not only the heinous nature of the act, but also the loss and suffering experienced by Carlie's loved ones and the broader community. The trial of Joseph P. Smith and the subsequent conviction and sentencing brought a legal closure to the case, but left an indelible mark on the Sarasota community and all who followed the tragic story of Carlie Brucia. It served as a grim reminder of the realities of crime and the legal system's role in delivering justice for victims and their families. The tragic case of Carlie Brucia had a profound impact on community awareness, child safety protocols, and legislative action, serving as a catalyst for change. In the aftermath of her disappearance and murder, there was a heightened sense of urgency to enhance the safety and protection of children in communities across the nation. One significant legacy of Carlie's case was the increased emphasis on the importance of surveillance systems in public spaces. The crucial role that security footage played in identifying Carlie's abductor underscored the value of such technologies in both preventing crimes and aiding in criminal investigations. Many businesses and public areas responded by upgrading or installing new surveillance systems to ensure a safer environment. Additionally, Carlie's case prompted schools and communities to reinforce safety education for children, focusing on the importance of being aware of their surroundings and knowing how to react in potentially dangerous situations. Programs and workshops aimed at teaching children about safety precautions saw a surge in participation, reflecting a collective commitment to safeguarding the well-being of the youngest members of society. Legislatively, Carlie's case inspired calls for stricter laws regarding the monitoring and tracking of individuals with a history of criminal behavior, particularly those involving violence or crimes against children. There was a push for more robust background checks and for improvements in the way information about convicted offenders is shared between states and agencies, aiming to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. The story of Carlie Brucia invites us to reflect on the fragility of life and the imperative of community vigilance. Her loss reminds us that tragedy can strike in even the most unsuspecting of places, highlighting the importance of looking out for one another and fostering a culture of awareness and protection. The collective grief experienced in the wake of Carlie's disappearance and murder brought communities together in a shared resolve to prevent such losses in the future. Carlie's legacy also speaks to the enduring strength of those affected by tragedies. Families, communities, and even individuals from afar, who were moved by Carlie's story, have shown remarkable resilience and dedication to making the world a safer place for children. This commitment to positive action in the face of despair is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for compassion and change. As we remember Carlie Brucia, let us honor her memory by continuing to advocate for the safety and protection of all children, recognizing the role each of us plays in creating a vigilant and caring community. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of the preciousness of life and the responsibility we share in safeguarding the innocence and potential of every child. As we reflect on the story of Carlie Brucia, a story that has left an indelible mark on our hearts and communities, it's crucial that we channel our emotions into meaningful action. Carlie's legacy is a call to each of us to play an active role in ensuring the safety and protection of our children, the most vulnerable members of our society. We are all part of the broader community fabric that has the power to shield and support our children. You can contribute by supporting child safety initiatives in various ways. Participate in or organize workshops and seminars on child safety education, both for children and adults. Knowledge is a powerful tool in prevention. Offer your time to local child welfare organizations, whether through direct engagement with children or by assisting in the creation and distribution of safety materials. Use your voice to advocate for stronger child protection laws and policies. Engage with your local and national representatives to ensure child safety is a priority in legislative agendas. Let us also vow to remember Carlie not solely by the tragedy of her passing, but by the vibrancy of her life and the profound impact her story has had on the world. Carlie's spirit and the lessons learned in the wake of her loss should serve as a beacon guiding our collective efforts to create a safer environment for all children. In memory of Carlie Brucia and in honor of children everywhere, let's unite in a shared commitment to make our communities a place where children can grow, learn, and play safely. Let the tragedy of Carlie's story inspire us to action, to watch over our children with care and vigilance, and to work tirelessly towards a future where no child has to face the dangers Carlie encountered. Together, we have the power to make a difference. Let's stand united in protecting our children, ensuring that Carlie Brucia's legacy is one of hope, action, and a safer world for future generations.